today I'm going to be doing a little guide actually on 3 CC Banshee. I've never actually done a video on this, and I actually don't think a lot of people have either, at least thermal. Not that I can think of at least. But it's going to be kind of explaining how I like to do 3 CC Banshee and a couple of tips with avoiding money float, what to prioritize, you know, whether you're Hellions or your Banshees. And yeah, I'm just kind of commenting my own game, so I'll read out the build order to you guys. So it'll be, here we got 16 racks, we'll do 16 gas. And then those, okay, cool. Go ahead and, well, we always use the SW on the barracks to do the scouting. And then at 19, you'll rally your main CC SCV down here. So boom, boom, nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. And then now we're just kind of chilling right now. We're using a bit of our spammaroos. And so then this SCV here, you'd rally down here. And then we'll build a Reaper from this barracks. Well, it's just one right, and then you go into a Marine. So you go orbital. And so basically your CC should be down around 140 if you do this way. Or I mean, yeah, 140. So you see right there at 140. Bam. If you scout earlier, your CC timing will be off. So just keep that in mind. If you need to scout earlier, maybe you're getting cheesed a lot. I know that Diamond to Masters can be really cheesy, so scouting earlier is okay. But just keep in mind that that one SCV scout will actually indeed delay your command center. Just a bit, just a few seconds. I'll go ahead and go across here now. And then we'll start our factory. So I'm blocking this base. I thought he was going to send a drone here. So what I'll do first is I'll check this third. And then from this third, I'll go up here. And this Marine I'll keep up here, more so because I don't want to have to worry about potential Zergling counter. And then here he builds 6 slings, and all 6 slings are home, so I can send the SCV back, and I can keep the Reaper on the map. Kind of just kite a little bit there. Do one of those. Sorry, gotta alt tab real quick to lower my OBS. And then so the drone was hiding there. And now we got our third base going. And then so I'll send the Reaper back now. Gonna do a swapperoo on the add-ons there. We'll take our second gas and our starport. In case you're wondering why I took the gas in my natural, that's actually because sometimes with the CC, maybe in this particular situation it wouldn't have occurred, but if you build it too close to, like, let's say here, and you take this gas, sometimes the workers on the gas will go to this command center. And also this might throw them off a little bit if you got the gas down here. No gas up there, but he's going to send his OB around the back part, which is, I think, pretty smart, honestly. But again, I'm playing very standard, so there's really nothing for him to see. Go ahead, swap those. And that in there. And then I like to start Cloak first and then the Banshee. To be honest, you can do it either way. Obviously, if you start the Banshee first, like, your Banshee will be out a couple seconds sooner, and for some people they're more comfortable with that. So whatever toots your horn, I guess. Okay, so pretty normal here. He's building queens, spreading creep. We'll go ahead and check the third now. And when you check this third, if you can, try to see if they're building a queen. And you can see that by seeing the the hatchery shake. It'll do like a little wiggle. If you do see that and they're building a queen, the chances of you getting roach in, at least like something quick like right now, are pretty low. Here he's got the queen. I did see that there was no drones. And honestly, it seemed like he built a wave of lings, so at the moment I'm not anxious about anything. So I know, like, for some people, seeing the lack of drones is a little bit scary. What I will do, however, is Meta's, like a really quick meta build is actually kind of possible. So what I'm going to do is sack the Reaper now. And then I'm not really using my Hellions because I'm going to be doing my transition right now, which should take priority. And I could put my Hellions at the Watchtower to ensure that I don't lose them to something random. And then, now that my 2 Banshees are out, I'll go ahead and fly these up here. I see my opponent still mining gas. Now, I'm going to be using both the Banshees and the Hellions at the same time. For you guys, I would highly suggest that you send the Hellions back to your 3rd and prioritize using the Banshees. At this point, the Hellions, to be able to find damage, are pretty low, and it's a bit of a risk to losing them while you're controlling the Banshees, and I think it's not really worth it. Losing them like through ways such as like a surround from the Lings or something like that. But in this case, my opponent is not in position for whatever reason, and to me this could be indicative of them kind of going around. And then again, like, obviously I'm going to be floating quite a bit here, so I'm going to quickly find time to do my transitions. Of course, when you're playing this and you don't do this kind of Hellion run by and you have your Hellions at home, it's a little bit easier to focus on, right? Because my Banshees have already gone home at this point. Kind of huddle up in here, kind of want to target fire as much as you can there, and then bam. So now combat shields, build our wall. I also built 8 Hellions. If you build 6 Hellions, your medevac push, like right now for example, is a little bit faster. So if that's something you prefer, then by all means you can cut the Hellion, the last 2 Hellions there, and just do 6. What I'm going to do now is keep these Marines at home, because now that I don't have any more Hellions, I need to be more mindful of run by, a counterattack, which I'm playing on the Korean server, so it's pretty likely that I would get some kind of counterattack, as people on the server are pretty aggressive in my experience. And I'm going to be a little bit aggressive with this because I'm feeling some of the momentum from killing the what should we call it, the drones. And then I'll pull back here by my tanks to do my transitioning work, and then again resume kind of going back in, doing what I gotta do, and coming back out. And this is just because I don't want to lose this at all. A lot of my momentum, despite the beginning, is still based on what I have right now with this first push. And so if I just lose this and absolutely trade nothing for it, that's actually quite bad for me. It makes it really hard to be on the map. That's a really good trade for us. These last Lings down here didn't really do much. And then now what I'll do, because I've been macroing this whole time, I send another push to the other side. And again, we don't want to F2 everything that comes out here. We're going to leave it there because, again, same reasons before. If a run by occurs, we want to be able to have units at home to take care of that. So counterattacks are how Zergs dealt with parade pushing, which were once really common, like 2015. And then we'll kind of back here again, keep pushing. Of course, if doing it this way requires a lot of multitasking and you find yourself losing a good amount of units for little to no value, then feel free to just regroup this army, the secondary army here with your first army, and then now you have a stronger push, which for example right here may have actually been better for me in the long run as opposed to doing something like this. There, of course, you want to focus all the Banes with your tanks if you can. And then at this point here, I'll now F2 my main army this way. Oh, I don't have any boosts on me. Now I have drilling claws. And there's no Banes yet. And if, you can scan forward for sure. If it helps with Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I wasn't paying attention there. Okay, that's a very nice little mine shot. Okay. a little scary there, a little scary there. Sorry if that got a little bit loud. And then, so at this point we've killed that base, and now can continue pushing, right? Again, I'm F2ing right now. It's actually bad, so don't do that. A counterattack right now would actually be a really good idea by him, I think. Some sort of Baneling run by or something like that. And then if it helps to kind of just check your worker count every once in a while. You just want to see if you have enough workers. At some point here, like, I'll be having a gas dump because maybe, for example, lurkers will come out and start needing to build a ghosts and tanks and whatnot. So in that kind of scenario, having too many workers might be a bit dangerous because you won't have enough open supply to build a big enough army. And that's a bit problematic, I would say. And then, okay, I'm out of here now. So yeah, it's still on 1-1, and I have 2-2, and he probably took this base, yes. So what I'm doing now here is pretty much just looking for the lurker den. Just kind of clear some creep up here. Got some mines, maybe get some more medevacs would be nice. Marauders in the front. Okay, now I see my opponent has lurkers. So I will go ahead and start adding on some like ghosty boys. Maybe another command center. I'm gonna pick that one up there. And then maybe I'm gonna circle around this way. And like I said, here for example, pressuring can be kind of tough. For example, like that. You know, it's like using your bio like that is a bit of a risk inherently, right? Because even a few banelings could kill that entire thing. So using medevacs with Widow Mines to harass like this, pretty low cost, but high damage potential. And then I'll stim into this because the Banes were all creep. And then he realizes what's happening, kind of goes back. And then now, because we saw with the watchtower, we see the army shift, right? So we drop these mines. Can pick them up. I'm gonna just go away here. I have this meta. Oh, well, I don't have anything in them, but could have maybe been helpful there if they had some units. Now 3/3s. Oh, I didn't start armor actually, so that's actually pretty bad by me. This is very great for me. I went down here because I saw earlier that the units had come through here, so I wanted to see if anything was there. It was a bit unlikely, but you really want to do your due diligence when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's something like that could have won him the game right there if I didn't catch that, right? So a really big run by. I also like to build random missile turrets. I find it really helpful to deal with the fact that I can't see these things. Take this as a 5th. I got extra command centers. You know, you can add some liberators as well. My opponent just ignored my massive amount of bio here. And then now we'll take the 5th. Maybe I didn't need to take those gases actually, but it's alright. We'll stim down here. Sometimes we'll have a lurker there, by the way, so that's why I scan. And because I have all these extra orbitals now, it's really okay for me to. Yeah, now that was not good for me. Like, ideally, you wouldn't want that to happen. Without losing the Widow Mines, that is. Because now I have no Widow Mines, which is actually a bigger problem than it sounds. Well, actually, no, it doesn't sound like a tragic problem to have. And then I do have a lot of Marines, very little mines. Don't really feel too comfortable about this, so I'm gonna maybe sack a few Marines here. Yeah, I don't really mind losing these. And now he has a very big army here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull back here. So what I'll do in this scenario is that now that I've had some supply freed up, I'm gonna go ahead and build a lot of liberators. He didn't really have any Hydras with that little push there, so having some liberators is always very nice. Oh my god, they bro so fast. Oh, that wasn't nice. Yeah, anyway, once these liberators come out, yeah, exactly. It's very nice to just set those up and then... I'm gonna use one of these. Get some of those. Oh! Now this army is actually not too scary anymore. No real lurkers here, just two. And then from the top, he can't really, or rather, towards my third, he can't really push because of all the liberators. Although something like this might be a bit painful. Now, I do have liberators, as I mentioned earlier. The Marauders are very beefy, so that's why you want to have a lot of those. And we can pop two of those there, take some of these, land some of those. I'm running out of money, so maybe I'll take this. Take that one, because I need more money. And then yep, just kind of go like that. I'll run that there for now. Oh god. If I can back this up a little bit more, I could just go around this way. Oops. I don't condone this. Don't do this. I don't have enough, what should we call it, liberators there. And then here you can add some missile turrets. Liberators can be really annoying here. I'm just kind of flying them around. And then, yeah. So he's just going to evacuate that base. That's a pretty good sign. So he doesn't feel like he can hold. And then here, I want to just evacuate all these up here so that I can zone out his army. Maybe so. You want to snipe the most forward lurkers if you can. And then here, it's okay if the Marauders die. It's more so the ghosts that you want to try to save. Sorry, I'm focused now. Getting a little sweaty, as they say. I got like units coming out everywhere. I'm like trying to take this base. But yeah, this is like his entire army, so I could just go for it now. And then you want to be able to respect those counterattacks as much as you can, because they can be really dangerous, as you saw there with the lurkers kind of just sitting in your production. Take it a little bit slow if you can, and yeah, so bit of a nice game there. Obviously, we did very well. Opener went good. A lot of spaces, orbitals. My trades could have been better. So, if you're wondering why it took me so long to win that game, obviously my trading was not great at all. But also, I played a 3CC build, and honestly, like 3CC builds like that, the games tend to go a little bit longer. There's less ability to be super decisive. But hopefully that was a bit informative on how I like to play my 3CC Banshee. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.